Alright guys, it's me, it's TYCOON, coming back to you with another review, and this is of Monarch, Legacy of Monsters Season 1 overview. Here we go, so let's do this. It's on Apple TV, and it started last year. I started watching it episode by episode. When I watched the trailers, it was actually really intriguing and appealing, but after the first episode I recognised what they're going to do. It's going to be 1 to 2 minutes at most, maybe 30 or 40 seconds of a monster per episode, whatever Titan it is, whether it's Godzilla or someone else, any of the other Titans that are out there, and then it's just going to focus on the human story like a mystery. But don't get me wrong, the actual human story was very well done. You know, it was well acted, it was well written, and having both Wyatt Russell and Kurt Russell playing the same guy during different times of their lives, that was actually done very well. You know, some amazing acting that went on in there as well. And if you are following the Legendary Monsterverse, then there was great Easter eggs right the way through. So if you watched Kong, Skull Island, the John Goodman character, Bill Randa, he was in Monarch Legacy of Monsters. You know, 10 years beforehand, a lot slimmer and all the rest of that kind of stuff, without the beard. You see Godzilla, and what Godzilla actually poses, and they actually try to nuke him by blasting a bomb in his face. I mean, that it turns out that it didn't matter to him, he recovered. You know, that kind of thing. You see some of these other things that are taking place, and you see the Hollow Earth. So what they try to do is bring everything together within the Monarch. So it takes place after, you know, 3 different time periods. The first time period is modern day, which is set after Godzilla Day, so the events of 2014. So it's in a year after, in 2015. You see the 1950s as well, or 1958, when, you know, Monarch is being set up and trying to fight to get money and funding and military backing all the way through for Monarch. And then a little bit of time jumps, you know, between here and there between certain characters. You also see the events of Godzilla Day in San Francisco, and the impact that he actually had on people. You know, while Godzilla's trying to defend the people, collateral damage is happening, and one of the collateral damages that happens is on the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco, when the fighter jets are attacking Godzilla, missiling him, but he's gone through the bridge. So when he's, you know, trying to, you know, defend himself, he's actually destroying more of the, you know, of the bridge and causing real collateral damage. You know, people are dying because of him and the acts of the armed forces. But also they focus on other parts too, you know, bringing in the Hollow Earth and other Titans, because they're setting up Godzilla King of Monsters, Kong versus Godzilla, you know, that kind of thing, and they're leading into it. And there was some really good dialogue in this show, especially from Kurt Russell. He used the "let them fight" dialogue to great effect. It just pounded home. We knew about this back in the day. We warned you about this, that if you don't act, this is going to happen. And rather than you doing something to stop this from taking place, you decide to let them fight. It was brilliant. It just drummed home what this, you know, shadowy organization called Monarch had actually really been doing, which is just monitoring. It wasn't doing anything, and it was actually keeping, you know, information away from the people until it was too late. So, you know, the series develops, but you also got, you know, ex-member of Monarch who's actually on the trail of the Titans using old tech to you know, pulsate. You see the Hollow Earth in a bit more detail, and it's done extremely well. There's no denying it. I really enjoyed the series. My nitpick is that it was the same formula right throughout the show. We know it's going to be so long when it comes to the human interaction between the two step siblings, a brother and sister, that didn't know they both existed because their father had a secret relationship on both sides of the world. One in San Francisco and the other in Japan. He got around. Yeah, sorry, I shouldn't be laughing at that. But it was actually really good the way they done it. And just running away from the family to chase after Titans was another thing as well. It's like, god damn. But it did deal with the after effects of Godzilla Day or G Day, and how the world has now changed. And how the world is panicking because they now recognize that you can't stop these things. You can't. And that's what's going to lead to King of Monsters. And then, of course, you see in the finale Kong on Skull Island, and of course that's the company that decided to take King Kong in Kong versus Godzilla out of his Skull Island habitat. It's great Easter eggs, and it's just so important to have well written scripts. I know someone's gonna say, but they had the woke moment, didn't they? They had that, the girl having the lesbian affair. They live in San Francisco. I think that's the norm there. So, take that all out. It is, it's done really well. But I thought, I'll address that too. The human side was what was needed. And I think subsequent movies could actually learn from this series. This is what it takes to get good drama in, and not be, God, we gotta suffer the humans again. We want to see the monsters fight. We need to have that good drama. It was like, this is the nitpick point of the first Godzilla movie. You had two great actors like Bryan Cranston and Ken Watanabe, and you relegated them. Even in Godzilla King of Monsters. What the hell? You could have built a very good storyline around him, but you didn't. So we need that sort of, that level of drama, and that's what you got in Godzilla -1. You got that level of drama. You really cared for the human interaction, the relationship, the story, and the overall arcing element of Monarch being built up from the ground upwards to where it is now, and then changing as an organization. Just wonderful the way how they've done it. I'm looking forward to season 2 if they do a season 2. But I think it'll be set well after the events of what's going to be coming out in the future with Kong x Godzilla, the new empire, which I'm also looking forward to. So yeah, guys, if you do watch this show, and I hope you enjoy it, let me know what you think in the comments. As always, if you're watching this on whatever platform you're watching this on, give me a like, give me a follow, give me a subscribe. Just do what you can and keep supporting me. Thank you guys for everything. And let's make sure 2024 gets off to a real good start and keeps going as well. And as always, if you don't know how to do any of that, then you need to go back to school. So says the TYCOON.